I think the initial thing is that these companies and countries need to understand that a partnership is what's needed. To see themselves as being on two different sides is no longer tenable. They need to think of ways of getting together to deliver treatment at a lower cost or in a much better way.
So industry and payers, I often think of the two as being in a relationship, being in some sort of a marriage. And if you think about successful partnerships, successful marriages, what are they based upon? Well, they're based on a long-term commitment. They're certainly based on trust. They're based on open, frequent communication. And moreover, I think they're based on an empathy and an understanding of each other's needs. So if the two bodies, pharmaceutical industry and the payers, are going to work together to be able to help best patients, then what they need to be doing is they really need to be understanding what both of their needs are looking forward into the future.
I think the industry needs to enhance the data they have from randomised controlled trials by using real-world data. And they need to involve the payers, the patients and the physicians in collecting this so that we can be confident that the best treatments are getting to the best patients. Only real-world data can provide this information, and much of this data is best provided by the patients.
During the development of a pharmaceutical, companies, their medical staff, they learn an incredible amount about the best way to manage a patient in the different countries, and they can share this best practice with the payers, and that will enable them to come up with a win-win to deliver the products in a much better way. And that will enable these countries perhaps to make cost savings or to put into place programs that will enable the patients to get faster access or access to better products in the short term.
So what the industry needs to do is to help that payer, and is to help that payer visualise in different scenarios what the future world might look like, and in that world what their needs are likely to be. And that needs consistent refinement, because the world changes, the payer changes, the pharmaceutical industry changes, and also the knowledge of their asset changes as they start to develop and go through the launch life cycle. So what they need to be doing, what both parties need to be doing, is engaging in constant and open dialogue and allowing the pharmaceutical industry to refine their offering. So ultimately it does meet the needs of the payer, and the both of them can work together to provide the patient with what they need.
Also, industry needs to understand that these payers now are acutely aware that they are risk managers. They have a limited amount of money to spend. They need to spend it in the optimal way. And so pharma needs to be comfortable to sit down with payers and come up with some risk management systems, perhaps saving payment for products that aren't going to work in certain patients.